Good morning. I'm going to introduce you to a new feature added in version 4.0.6 of our RCCLA program, which is a feature allowing you to export racing control log information, but only those things that are driver errors, or sometimes called violations. First, let me show you an example of a log file that I've got just created right now, so that you can take a look and see some typical calls. Here we see the log, and I have another board started. Let me go ahead and kick that off and release some cars. But if we scroll up a little bit, here we had group 1 practice. And we started the board. Here I've noted the sessions have started. Checkered flag was down here. And in between here, we had 9 red, spun and continued. 8-8 blue was off and on. 5-5 brown was off and on. 4 purple was spun and continued evasive of 5-5. So what I want to do now is I want to export the group 1 practice data, but only the driver errors. Now, this off and on or spun and continued evasive is not a driver error. He was trying to avoid crashing into 5-5 who had fallen off the track. So when we go to our option, which is under File, Export Selected Calls, and this is a feature that was added a little while ago. Here we see I can choose which calls to export, and then I hit this button. I have one option, which is to select everyone, and that will grab all the data. However, I'm only interested in group 1. Now, using my standard Windows keystrokes, I can click on one thing, scroll down to the end, and then shift click, and that will grab all the data. Now, I don't really want all the data. I only want the driver errors, sometimes called violations. So here in the middle, I click on this box that says include only driver errors violations. And now when I export the text, it's going to prompt me for a file name as before. I'll choose demo export, and then I'll save it. Now, because it already exists, it protects me. Am I sure I want to replace it? Yes, I do. And then it launches, and here we have it. What we see is, other than some header information, note that it says only driver errors violations are included. It shows us any titles that we had, in this case, group 1 practice. It shows us when the session started, flagged by these characters here. And then here, the only errors were 9 red, 8-8, 5-5, and 1. Notice that the error where the car spun and continued evasive is not listed. And then to complete the set, it also will show the checkered flag based on these characters in this position. So this is a quick and easy way for you to export just driver errors. Now, how does the system know? You might have noticed that over here in the right-hand side near the call number, that there is this tilde asterisk tilde combination. And that is an internal flag in the log file. I jump back over to look at the log. Here they are on the right. That tells me that it's a driver error. Notice that this evasive call does not. If I create a new call, and it may be a non-standard call, for example, let's say turn 9 is calling to report some contact, I have an option to check this box manually. So I might say side to side, contact 6 blue and 7-8 orange, no fault. It's still a driver error, so I've checked this box. And now, when I look over here to the right, we can see that indeed I have flagged it. And if at the end of the session, here's another checkered flag. If at the end of the session I want to do another export, now I only want to do group 2. I start at the beginning of group 2. I come down to the end. Here's my checkered flag. And check this box, driver errors only, and export. This time I'll give it a name of export to. Notice that the only driver error recorded was this contact call. The rest of this is administrative data. And of course, this is plain text. So if you don't want any of that, if all you want, you don't care about when the checkered flag was displayed or that it was group 2 or anything else, you can break it down as simple as that. So that's up to you. So there you have the latest feature added to the race control clock and log application. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. For information how to download the latest version, you can check the earlier videos or go to the Widget Team Software website and find the RCCLA page. Take care and rally on.